This episode is brought to you by Nespresso. Gift magical mornings with Nespresso Virtuo Pop. Compact and stylish, Virtuo Pop is made to meet every morning coffee craving. From espresso to coffee, hot or iced, at the click of a button. And celebrate the season with Nespresso's limited edition coffee flavors. Sweet almond and hibiscus, cinnamon and candied tamarind, and festive double espresso. Magic in the making. Shop the holiday gift collection exclusively at Nespresso.com.
The detective said missing kids usually come home. What happens when they don't?
Based on a true story.
Police looking for John Gacy.
We discovered bodies. By the looks of it, they're younger men.
The things he did to those kids. He's sick.
The system failed these families.
Devil in Disguise, John Wayne Gacy. Streaming now, only on Peacock.
Do you know how many there are?
Up to you to find out.
You and me. We've been at war since before either of us even existed. You tried killing my mother, Sarah Connor. You killed my father, Kyle Reese. You will not kill me.
Hello and welcome to Unequal Sequel. My name is Dave and I'm one of the two hosts of this poor podcast.
And I'm Rich and I'm the other host of this poor podcast. It's not poor. What are you talking about? It's great. Think of me as the Joker to Dave's Harley Quinn because we're both surprisingly poor singers.
Yeah, that is true. The premise of Unequal Sequel is very simple. We ask our guests their best ever sequel, worst ever sequel, and finally their dream sequel.
And sometimes we drift off and talk about other things. Sometimes movies, sometimes life in general.
And sometimes we do drop big fat spoilers by accident. So if that happens, press pause, skip forward. You know, I think it's time you go clean your windows. They're absolutely filthy. Because on today's episode, we are joined by Justine Malone.
Justine is an incredible writer and performer, and you can catch her in her incredible one-woman Terminator show, I'll Be Back. Yes, you heard right. It's amazing.
We're very excited to sit down with Justine and chat all things sequels with her.
These are Justine Malone's Unequal Sequels. Enjoy.
So we do have a few other little questions around the big questions. So the first one is, what is the first sequel you remember seeing and getting excited about?
Oh my gosh. I think maybe Jurassic Park 2.
Yes.
I remember going to the cinema to see that and being really excited. It's like, surely they've learned from the first time. they've got their heads around it. This time they'll be safe. So yeah, I was really excited to see that. I haven't actually watched it for a really long time. I don't know if does it still stand up as a solid.
Well, did you think it was good when you first saw it, however old you were?
Yeah, I loved it. I really loved it. I was just excited for more dinosaurs, frankly.
Yeah, I think everyone's excited for more dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Lots of people that have come on this podcast have kind of rewatched it, and they're not. It's no longer glowing.
Oh, that's a shame.
It's the best of the sequels, I think, though, right? Like, it's better than everything else.
Well, everything else is pretty bad, but the first one is amazing and quality and one of the best films ever. And how old were you when you first saw it, if you don't mind me asking, that second film?
Second bit, what year did it come out? I can't remember. I would have been about 8 or 9, I would say 97. Probably. 97. So yeah, I was about 9.
Yeah, I was thinking about the same age. So even then you're like, this can't be bad. It's more dinosaurs. It's going to be brilliant.
Yeah. And
then halfway through the film, it kind of swaps films and the dinosaur lands on San Diego, wherever it landed. And Pete Postlethwaite, whatever his name is, disappears. And it all kind of loses momentum a little bit. And then you've got the gymnast bit, which everyone hates as well, when the young girl kicks the raptor in the face. I don't know if this is bringing back any good memories.
No, do you know what? It's not. Not good memories.
No, there is a really good bit in I'm going to call it a caravan, but it's not a caravan. It's like a tour bus.
Like the RV thing. She's
leaning on the glass and it starts cracking. And,
that's good.
That's very Spielberg-esque, but everything else isn't wonderful.
Did Spielberg direct the second one?
Yeah, he did.
He did. Oh.
One of the he did a few sequels. The Indiana Jones ones was as
He's not generally a fan of sequels, is he? He doesn't normally do sequels, but I don't know. Indiana Jones is different, I guess.
Yeah. Do you remember if you go and see it, was it a big deal for you, the Jurassic Park 2, Lost World?
I remember there was a lot of hype about it at the time, and there was a lot of it felt like cinema sort of in the 90s was more eventful anyway. That there was more of a build up to films coming out, that it felt like more kind of festivity around it at the cinema. There was always those big kind of cardboard cutouts of stuff, like you'd walk into the cinema and you'd be greeted by a huge dinosaur cutout, and like they try and help you feel like, come on, we're having a party here, like it's good. I feel like we've lost a little bit of that somehow. I kind of miss it.
I kind of miss that too, the magic of the cinema. I mean, they still do cutouts, but...
Do they? Oh, okay.
Yeah, just... You probably, as an old just walk past them now, but loads of people get pictures with them or whatever. Or there's recently one, there's a grand, what was it? Downton Abbey one, when you could sit in the middle of all the family. And when I first went to cinema the other day, it was like a cardboard cutout seat, but people must have sat on it too long. So in the end, they just put like a normal seat in front of it, and it didn't quite have the magic of the Downton. It wasn't quite Downton enough. But,
oh dear.
But yeah, were you a big cinema goer when you were younger? Were your parents?
I was, yeah. I mean, I'd go with parents or friends or my sister, and tended to go sort of see kind of the big animations that came out at the time. That felt like there was a lot of kind of good stuff coming out in the 90s that at the time felt good. I don't know whether looking back now necessarily it would be. But kind of new Disney's coming out felt really eventful, and new sci-fi and action films. Like, always loved going to see those on the big screen. It felt, like I say, a lot more eventful.
Yeah. And was that with your family? Who took you? Was it your mum and dad?
I mean, it depended on the film. So my dad is a big sci-fi action fan, so I'd normally go and see that sort of thing with him, and then anything kind of slightly gentler with my mum. Yeah, so I mean, I grew up watching sort of sci-fi and action films at home generally, because they're on Channel 5 at 11:05 at night, and it's very convenient. Or you'd have them on VHS, you'd take them off the telly and watch them on hard repeat. So yeah, it was kind of for new releases. Yeah, absolutely, go and see stuff. But my kind of memories of film tended to be more at home, actually.
Oh, like a blockbusters.
Yeah, and kind of watching older films from the 80s, maybe, that were, like I say, coming on late at night, and, hearing those explosions coming up through my bedroom floor, and then going down to investigate what apocalypse is happening. So yeah, those are my big memories of film are really, on video at home, actually.
All right.
Yeah, okay. Same, I think. Like, I've got a few, like, cinema memories, but mostly it's videos at home, and a lot of the times intertwined with memories of old adverts that we'd taped, because we'd tape stuff off the telly and tape the adverts as well. So I've got all the adverts in my head as part of the film.
That's amazing. I love that when you're watching something really gripping, sci-fi, loads of guns and explosions. It's like, the DFS sale is on now. Really pulls you out of it.
Yeah. Well, Rich also had like a video man that came round his house with like
a video van.
In a van.
Yeah.
You had a dealer.
Yeah, we had a dealer. Yeah. He used to come around in a little white Bedford van.
What? Can you remember what you bought off him?
No, you didn't. It was like a rental thing. So it was like mobile blockbuster essentially. So
That's incredible.
Yeah, you'd rent.
Did it have music like an ice cream
next week? No, he didn't. He should have done though.
So how did
he should have played like theme tunes? He just came the same time every week.
Like
it's just like always on a Friday at like 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock or something. Like, yeah,
that's unreal.
I can't even kind of get my head around it, because how big was the van and how many VHSs were in it?
It wasn't very big. So it was like a little Bedford Rascal van. So it wasn't massive. It was like a little minivan. And yeah, there was quite a few. And if you didn't have anything, you could always say, "Oh, I want this," and they'd be like, "I'll bring it next week." So you'd always be able to get what you wanted.
Were they legit?
I don't know, Dave. I was like 7.
I'm manning up that with a video.
Yeah.
Dealing videos.
I can get that next week for you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Did you have like a video store in your town or village, or that you go to? Because it it might have been before blockbusters. I love hearing the names if you can remember.
Yeah, so I think no, it definitely was a blockbuster, but they were always kind of intertwined with like an off license where I am. Like they were always kind of they were like a news agents and they got videos in. But yeah, got great memories of the process of choosing what you were going to have on that Friday night and getting the snacks and getting the sweets and sitting down and enjoying it together. I think that was really lovely.
Yeah. I found weirdly the off-license ones were a little bit more relaxed on ages. For example, we rented Sexy Beast way before we should have watched Sexy Beast in that movie. They're like, I mean, they would still like ask us Friday for the alcohol or whatever. We never got away with that, but. Alien or Aliens, no problem. That you can rent that, no problem. It was it was good fun. But we used to have a small Haver. Was it Haver's VHS or something around the corner? And then that closed, and then we had an Apollo, and that closed, and then eventually Blockbusters came in, which was very exciting. Yeah, and I always wanted to work at Blockbusters or something, and I never did, or a cinema. I should have done one of those two things. Thinking about it, that would have been.
Why didn't you? What held you back?
I ended up in a bowling alley and Sainsbury's in a bowling alley.
Not the combo of those two. You went bowling down the aisles of Sainsbury's.
No, well,
right. The separate enterprises, right? Got you.
There was an episode in Sainsbury's when the store shut and we had like old melons and stuff, and would have bowling with those kind of fruits and stuff, but not down the aisles. It was more in the back. Be young.
The 90s. There was nothing else to do.
Yeah. Is that your favourite era, the 80s or the 90s of movies?
I think so. I mean, I'll talk about it if we come to sort of talk about the show that I've written. But I've kind of carved out a bit of a niche with creating theatre that evokes those memories of the 90s, because people really are quite taken with the nostalgia of it all, and I am too, I think. And it's the small things, actually. It's not kind of remembering big events or current affairs or anything from the 90s. It's like what you had in your school bag, what you ate at lunch, like what these little details that are so evocative for remembering your childhood. And it just I don't know, I think it really hits home with people because we like remembering an easier time. Or a time that where, everything felt a little bit simpler.
I agree. We found that a lot with this podcast.
Yeah.
The memories people remember is just amazing. Like, the smallest things when they were, like 6, 7, 8. And then they, like me and Rich can't remember what we did last week, but I can tell you when I watched Aladdin or the first viewing of Jurassic Park in 93.
Absolutely.
Mad stuff like that. Okay, cool. Well, I think we know where you're at now, so let's move on to the big question, which is, what is your best ever sequel?
So my best ever sequel is Terminator 2, which I think is a lot of people's favourite sequel.
It's the right answer, isn't it?
It's one of the right answers.
And I mean, well, obviously, I'd imagine come on to talk about the other sequels in the franchise. But this one stands out to me as really hitting home when I first saw it, as having everything that I wanted from a film.
Okay.
It just, go on.
So you were a nerd quite earlier on then?
Yes.
From 90, because it's 91. Did you see on?
Well, the thing is, define nerd, because I
cool person.
This really, really cool. Knows loads of things about it that are totally unnecessary detail.
Yeah.
What what I feel for it is just genuine love, and whether you class that as nerdery, I don't know. Maybe, but I think it's got, like I say, everything that I wanted from a film in terms of action, explosions, fast pace, but also the storyline. I thought was really gripping. The performances are incredible. The special effects are amazing. And still stand up, I think. And it's got complexity as well. It's got humor. It's got morality. It's got love and hatred. It's got ominous sort of a sense of prophecy, really, about the future and perhaps about the present. So I felt like it really delivered something so different. And I actually saw them, I think like a lot of people, saw them upside down. I saw the second one first, and then it led me back to the first one.
Yeah, we all did.
Yeah.
And the first one was such a surprise then afterwards, after experiencing Judgment Day in terms of tone and style and everything, and budget, obviously. But yeah, it really stayed with me, and it was something that then, you know, I was very happy to watch whenever it came on. It felt like I could spot something new every time I saw it.
It was the first film I remember watching when I felt real jeopardy. Like the T-1000 is so scary, and you cannot stop it. It will not stop. And I genuinely feel like I can remember the feeling of watching the film and being like, oh my God, the baddie's going to win. Like you can't stop him. He's never going to stop. And that's the first time I ever remember feeling like that, watching that film. Yeah,
it's horrifying. And that's why the first one is so scary as well, because of that idea of the eternal kind of struggle. And if you stop one, then another might come. That kind of addition then makes it even more frightening. But yeah, there's something about, I think, Robert Patrick particularly playing that role, and the way he sort of embodies it, it was so effective. And I think he said in interviews that he based his performance on like a hawk, kind of the way that he kind of furrows his brow and he looks with his eyes. And the Terminators
it
also
does help
do
that
this.
He's got great eyebrows, though.
He's got amazing eyebrows. And
does help.
Something about eyebrows with these films, because in the first film, Arnie's got no eyebrows, and it makes him look even more kind of cybernetic and unreal and uncanny. But Arnie said that he based his movements on a shark. So they do this thing where they move their eyes before their heads move. They lead with their eyeballs. That's something that, so they focus on so many small details that add up to these incredible performances that make you really truly believe that you are watching something that is not human.
Yeah.
But there's a strange moment as well, I think, in Robert Patrick's performance where actually he's very good at imitating humanity. So there's a bit where he goes and knocks on the foster parents' door to look for John, and they say, oh, he's not here, and he says, can I have a photo of him? And he's like, good looking boy. Do you mind if I keep this? So there's something about his manner that is really clever with sounding human,
but
even though
creepy.
he hasn't. It's still really creepy. And there's a bit as well that I really love where they've actually given him a little comic moment where he looks at that kind of silver mannequin and has a little kind of cocks his head slightly like, there's a complexity to the kind of the robotic human mashup that they've created for both of the kind of the cybernetic leads that I think is really effective.
I read something originally that they were going to change the T-1000 up. It was going to be different actors through the movie. And then when they screen tested that he was just so good, like that they were like, no, we're just going to have to keep him. He's just going to stay the same. Like, just has to be Robert Patrick the whole way through. Like,
I think they wanted Billy Idol originally, and he made it onto the storyboards of the film.
Wow,
wow, that would be a different film, wouldn't it?
Very different.
Wouldn't it just? And Arnie wanted to play it as well. He wanted to be both.
Oh, okay, that would have been
which
interesting.
I thought was like,
Arnie can't run.
I think they made the right. He's just a massive man. He's just too huge to get himself. But I think there's an amazing thing about the running that Robert Patrick does as well, where he doesn't breathe through his mouth. Like, he trained really, really hard for months to breathe through his nose so that he looked like not human. And when they tried to shoot the bike scene where John is trying to escape from the Galleria, he caught it. Like, he was that fast. They've never sped up the footage of him running. He just could do that, which I thought was like the commitment that he showed as a performer is just so impressive.
Tom Cruise level running, that is.
Yeah. Isn't it? Well, he does the Tom Cruise running as well.
He does, yeah.
He is terrifying. So it was released in 91, Terminator 2. How did you find it? And then when did you watch it?
Well, I was 3 when it came out, so it was on telly. Yeah, a few years later, and nice little bonding moment with my dad.
I thought that's always the way. I love the way that your dad probably thought, well, I can't show her the first one because that would be inappropriate.
But this
second one, this is a family film.
This is fine. But I think this was a lot of people had this. I think a lot of people came to these films far younger than they should have been, really, based on the certs. But no, never did me any harm. I'm all right. Turned out all right.
There's a few ways. You can either, your dad makes you watch it or your family, or you kind of like secretly watch it with mates hidden in a room somewhere without telling anyone.
Yeah, absolutely. But no, I loved it. I was just so, as I say, so taken with it. It was just so fun, and it felt like like I shouldn't be allowed to watch this.
Yeah,
makes it a little bit more exciting.
Had your dad showed you some other inappropriate films around, like maybe, I don't know, when RoboCop came out? Or
kind of,
like that?
It's generally stuff from like the Arnieverse or Commando, Predator. Alien and Aliens.
Oh wow! Okay, good old dad.
Doing the Lord's work.
Did he tell your mum?
Yeah.
Why is she having nightmares?
Just not very interested, and would be having nightmares. So again, if we're watching anything like that in the living room now, she'll just stick the paper up in front of her face. She's traumatized. My dad did bring her to see District 9 without telling her what it was going to be, and she was never the same.
Oh, okay.
Most romantic night out. She goes to aliens eating cat food. But I think that's the same for a lot of people. I don't know what it was like for you guys growing up with, experiencing these films for the first time.
Yeah, I was 10 when this came out, and I remember, I definitely watched it with my mum and my brother. Like, we were watching it together. I think she'd already seen it, and she was like, "You should watch this. It's really good."
Oh,
and I was like,
excellent.
which was not like her at all.
Oh my gosh!
So yeah, definitely like a family film. But I'm pretty sure I watched a video taped off the TV because it didn't have the nuclear holocaust scene in it, where everyone's like melted by the big nuclear holocaust.
Really?
And I'm pretty sure it didn't have the bit where he, like, the T-1000 stabs the foster parent through the head with his big knifey hand thing. I think those bits were cut out. So I saw like
ITV
a PG-friendly version.
Bits,
yeah.
Oh my God. I only realised recently that the foster mum, Janelle, is Vasquez from Aliens.
Yeah.
Her performance is so, she's incredible. She's so good at being the T-1000. Like, she's amazing for
Yeah, because she's quite evil as that stepmother of that small periods. And then you've got the stepdad is also a famous actor. Xavier something or other, who was in 24.
Xander Berkeley.
There we go.
Yeah.
So it's all well-known faces and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's your favourite bit of Terminator 2 then?
I really like, the classic one obviously is the bike chase, because there's something about the way he's shooting the shotgun. He's shotgun one-handed to open the gates, it's incredible. It's just so smooth. The choreography of it is yeah. And I love that you can tell that it's this tiny little guy playing John Connor, this stunt guy.
Yeah, I watched it recently, Terminator 2. It was on TV. And the stunt doubles for everyone are mad. Even if the sorts say it. But the stunts are still great.
Yeah, they're amazing. So I love that. I love that, as you were saying, the jeopardy of it, the peril of it is so exciting. The music is incredible. The soundtrack by Brad Fiedel, who also did, obviously, the first film as well, was a real innovator with the electronic soundtrack. I think really elevates the film to the next level. So I love that scene. I quite enjoy when they're in the desert and they're sort of, Sarah's observing the interplay between the T-800 and her son. And there's this moment where she's like, and this machine was more a father to John than than any dumbass guy I'd ever dated. And it's like, yes, it's because he's a computer with muscles who can do a risk assessment. Like, of course he's going to be better than any of your boyfriends. But I just thought it was a really quite a nicely written little monologue that she has, where she, observes the humanity in these machines. I thought was really nice. Which isn't to say, there are some, James Cameron gets quite a lot of slack for his writing being a little bit on the nose and being a bit corny, but there are times where he really gets away with it, I think, and it works quite well.
Great filmmaker, yeah.
And he's quite defensive of it as well. I read that there's an interview with him in, I think, Empire magazine, where he's like, people give me a lot of stick for my dialogue, but let's see you making the 3 out of the 4 highest grossing films of all time, and then we'll talk about dialogues.
Yeah, exactly. You can't criticise him too much.
Yeah, absolutely.
What age did you finally watch The Terminator then? What was the gap? Because you said you watched...
know what? I can't remember. I think I was a bit older. I was probably in my teens when I first saw the first one. So yeah, I don't know whether it's instigated potentially by the third one coming out.
That would make sense.
I was like, I need to know the full story here.
Were you surprised how different it is?
Yeah, I mean, it's a horror film, isn't it? Like, I was so surprised.
It's a slasher film, really, isn't it?
It's a slasher film, isn't it? And and then reading up afterwards about how influenced he was by Halloween and this fever dream that he had. But have you seen the original drawing that James Cameron did of the Terminator?
No, I don't think so.
He was really flued up. Or on drugs, don't know, probably. And he woke up and drew this incredibly detailed image of half a cyborg, like the top half and torso of cyborg dragging itself out with a huge knife. And that's where the whole thing came from, was a fever dream. Wow. And I think he just created it like on a shoestring. He created that vision so beautifully.
Yeah.
And with such a sense of horror, so foreboding. Even just like the lighting on Arnie's face is that if it's got this green tinge and the no eyebrows and it's just really well written, I think. And they managed to do a brilliant job with no money. And the storyline of the time travel was really interesting. And actually, I think they did a reasonably good job of the kind of the flashbacks to the future, as it were, and creating that sense of distance in the future to the time travel of the 80s. But I think I read somewhere that they had to set it in the 80s because it was just cheaper.
Yeah, it was probably cheaper.
The time travel hot thing was a budget. The whole idea of the whole franchise was based on budget. Really surprised by it. I mean, were you, when you both saw it for the first time? Like, were you?
Yeah, completely.
I think I watched the first one like you when the third one came out. That kind of makes sense. I even ended up buying the third one, and I don't even like it.
Well, never mind. It's too late for a refund, isn't it?
I got a box set of the first two before I watched the third one, and I've already watched the second one quite a lot by that point.
Yeah,
because my friend had a really cool VHS tin of Terminator 2. It was like in a tin, and I was incredibly jealous of that for many years.
Yeah.
I've got a question quickly. Did you have you were talking about Cameron had a dream. Is that how you came up with your show? I'll be back.
Yeah.
We need to talk about your show.
Okay. I've written a solo show that's called I'll Be Back. It's based on Terminator, mainly Terminator 2.
Yeah.
And I thought it was the silliest idea that I could think of, was doing a one-woman Terminator, because other people are doing it, and other people out there are trying, doing solo parodies of sort of popular culture. But I think this was quite a big push, given how elaborate this whole franchise is. But I had this idea, a bit like James Cameron, a fever dream. What if a Terminator was built with Windows 95? And what if it was set in the West Midlands? Because the thing is about these cinematic universes is that they're always very America focused. It's always New York, it's always California, Los Angeles. What if it was in Dudley? Because Judgment Day happened to Dudley as well.
Yes.
So let's talk about it.
Brilliant. I love it.
I've combined these ideas to create a new story set in the cinematic universe of Terminator, about a former Cyberdyne Systems scientist who worked in their Dudley branch, because they were a multinational company.
Of course.
I know. And then she sort of finds out she's partially responsible for Skynet having this journey to self-awareness, and gets the opportunity to go back in time to save the world. But there's also another story kind of woven in about finding out the truth about something that happened to her as a child. So the title I'll Be Back is based around the idea that somebody made a promise to return and then never did. So she then gets the opportunity to find out what happened to them and why they left and why they never came back. And it's sort of partially set in, as I say, in Dudley, but in places that are formative in my childhood. So the Merry Hill Shopping Centre in Briley Hill, the Blockbusters in Briley Hill.
Yes.
So she gets to go on this sort of quest to save the world and find out what really happened to her.
Brilliant. I love
We've
it.
never had a guest that be so much their work so connected to a sequel. So me and Rich were quite excited about this.
Yeah.
So it must have really connected to you for all those years, like to have that fever dream to make your show.
Well, these films stay with you, don't they?
That's what's so good about cinema.
They kind of embed something in your psyche that, where there's a reason why in conversation you're coming out with lines from films and references and things remind you of them, and they become a part of your makeup, your personality. And this one really, really stayed with me. It does have two, but there's something about this one that I felt was formative in who I've become. And I feel like it hasn't been done. There isn't anybody bringing Terminator, as far as I could tell, bringing Terminator to the stage, because it's quite a big ask, and particularly to do it as a solo show where I'm playing all the characters, some of whom are in conversation with each other, and there's the time travel element, and I've created a new story set in that world. There was a lot to figure out. We had to do a lot of big timelines on a wall to figure out what was going on. But it was really nice to kind of actually time travel back to thinking about what was happening in the 90s. So if we thought about, me and my director thought about, okay, what if the world had ended on 29th of August 1997? Like, what are the things that we'd remember? What are the things that we'd find in the rubble? What would we gather up and make a museum out of if time had stopped then? And that's why it's nice to then think about the nostalgia, particularly British nostalgia. There's something very unique about the 90s here that I think really speaks to people who lived through it. That's why I thought I'll combine all of these things, and performing it and speaking to people afterwards, it really has hit home, actually, that people have really been taken with it.
Yeah. Amazing. I was just thinking, what if the world did end in 1997? Would we be talking about the Spice Girls in the same way that we talk about the Beatles?
Yes, and we should be anyway, frankly. Absolutely. So, if the clocks all stopped at that time, it would be really interesting to think about what would be left.
It would have cancelled out a few fashion errors in my late 90s, because I love to wear silver for some reason between 97 and 2000.
That was a choice.
Yeah, it was.
I remember you went through a sweater vest phase, Dave.
Yeah, that was they were in. They weren't.
Silver was really in. I think I had. I'm criticising you, but I think I had silver lipstick. There was a spaceman sort of thing going on, wasn't there? Like, that was really.
Oh yeah. I had a silver two-toned shirt that I thought was the dog's bollocks. And,
wow, that is
looking back on it, I think that was a mistake. Probably thinking about it, but
look, there were no mistakes. There were just learning opportunities.
Yeah,
we grow.
For your show, did you have to watch Terminators a lot? Then was it a research thing, or you just got the idea?
Yeah. I did just have the idea, but then to actually make it feel like it belongs in the universe, and to be able to make the right jokes to play on certain moments, and I did need to watch that, and it had to even watch some of the naff ones to just get for the lore, basically, to see what did the whole franchise do with the time travel issue and all of that, and the creation of new time loops every time something happens. And then eventually I was like, I can't be arsed. I'm just going to stick with Terminator 2 and let's just pretend that time loop was...
That's probably a good idea.
The one that happened. Because Judgment Day changes date every time somebody, goes back. And I was like, I can't be doing with this.
No.
With all the love in the world. So I feel like they've been flogging a dead horse for the last sort of 10 years or so, at least, sadly.
The family that vacations together stays together. At least that was the plan. Except now the dastardly desk clerk is saying he can't confirm your connecting rooms.
Wait, what?
That's right, ma'am. You have rooms 201 and 709.
No, we cannot be 5 floors away from our kids.
The doors have double locks. They'll be fine.
When you want connecting rooms confirmed before you arrive, it matters where you stay.
Welcome to Hilton. I see your connecting rooms are already confirmed.
Hilton, for the stay.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. Stop waiting around for the perfect candidate. Instead, use Indeed sponsored jobs to find the right people with the right skills fast. It's a simple way to make sure your listing is the first candidates see. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs have 4 times more applicants than non-sponsored jobs. So go build your dream team today with Indeed. Get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
This episode is brought to you by Nature's Bounty. Nature's Bounty believes your body is brilliant, naturally designed to thrive, inside and out. For those always looking for new ways to support your health from head to heels, Nature's Bounty has a range of over 400 vitamins and supplements born from 50 years of trust and care. Nature's Bounty. It's in your nature. Visit naturesbounty.com to learn more.
Before we go on to the worst sequel, then we've got another little question.
Go on.
Which is what has been the most disappointing sequel you've ever seen? So it doesn't even have to be a bad sequel, but it's one you kind of were excited about any point in your life, and then you came out of it and you're like, that was disappointing. It's not worst, just let down, maybe is a better word for it.
I'm going to go with Prometheus.
Oh, that's a good shout. Yeah.
I had no idea what was going on. I've only got like vague sort of PTSD flashbacks from it. I just remember, so is it Idris Elba plays like a space flute at some point. Somebody plays a space flute. Charlize Theron just run sideways for him to get away from the thing. Like all these classic things that people hate. I just didn't know what was going on. I just didn't know what was going on at any point during it, and I'm not thick. Like, I love the Alien movies. Like, I get it, I understand. I just thought it was appalling. I just felt like, God, this is such a good opportunity to do something amazing, and I've got no clue what the end sort of goal was here. Yeah,
I don't think Ridley Scott did either.
No. What a shame.
Everyone in that film is stupid. Essentially, like that's the main problem with it is everyone's an idiot.
The mapping guy gets lost.
Yeah, the mapping guy gets lost. The biologist sticks his face in an alien egg. Like, everyone just does the wrong thing all the time.
Stop sticking their faces in alien eggs. They're doing that in Alien Earth now as well. I don't know if you're watching that. Yeah, my God. Just leave it alone.
Just destroy the eggs. They don't look kind. No. Just get rid of them straight away. But no, we've got to study them. When you saw Prometheus, did you know it was going to be an alien film beforehand going in? Because they were trying to keep that secret.
Because I didn't.
Right, yeah, no, I saw it. I saw it a while after it came out again on the telly, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so I thought, yeah. And so I knew what I was going into. I knew it to an extent. I was like, it's a great idea. It's a great concept. I'm game. Naff as hell. So, yeah, what a shame.
Yeah, I have a slightly different experience of it because I went to watch it at the cinema and I had no idea it was an alien movie at all.
Really?
I just thought it was another kind of Ridley Scott sci-fi, and didn't have any clue it was an alien movie. And so I came out of it going like, oh, that was quite fun. And then you watch it again, you're like, no, it's bad.
See, this is interesting because I think sometimes the films need a few years to kind of settle in your heart and soul, and for you to figure out how you really feel about them. Yeah, but it doesn't mean that your first reaction wasn't valid. Like that you obviously you had a nice time.
Yeah, I did enjoy it. So
what changed?
I don't know. I think like.
Old age.
Maybe I'm just a bit more sensible.
Older and wiser.
No, I think it's the fact that once the bit that I enjoyed was going, oh, it's an alien film, like that realization. But once you've had that and you start looking at everything else, and you're like, oh no, that doesn't make sense. And why is everyone rubbish? Like, why? Yeah. And we have had people on who've defended it. We've had people on that have defended Prometheus and, say like, everyone's panicked and that's why they make stupid choices.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know.
I think it looks and sounds great. I think it's a beautiful looking film. Everything's designed really well. And it's got certain scares
to
it
that are good.
Yeah.
But there's
it's just,
lots of it is really stupid and derpy.
Derpy would be the word we use. We pull that out once in a while.
Yeah. What I find with sequels generally is that they're climbing
They're not very good.
They're climbing an uphill battle. That's a mixed metaphor. They've got a battle ahead of them in terms of making references to the old originals that are so beloved and so cared about. It's like, well, don't try and make it like the old. Don't bring in references to the originals. Like, do something new. And then when they do something new, it's like, don't do something new. Make it like the old one. So I feel like they can't. Like, these filmmakers have got such a struggle to try and get it right. So that's why when they do, it's incredible.
I think you're correct, but if you're making an alien film, put aliens in it, kind of thing.
You should probably.
The big white dummy, whatever they weren't exactly exciting or scary. The whole build up to that, what is scary is the fact you think you're going to see an alien at some point, and at the end, it's just like a rat on the floor kind of thing.
Yeah.
I knew it was an alien film going in. I knew a guy that was working on it. And I was like, oh, so there's rumours it's an alien film. Because Ridley Scott was like, it's definitely not an alien film. And then he was like, I've seen an alien on set. It's an alien film. I was like, oh, okay. So it is an alien film. And disappointing is a great way of describing that movie, because in my head, I know there's been bad alien films. There's been more bad alien films than good alien films now. But those first two are so good and so special that there's always hope that a Ridley Scott alien film is going to be good.
Yeah.
How did you feel about Alien Covenant? Have you seen that one yet?
You know what? I don't know if I have. I think the most I did watch Romulus not that long ago.
Okay.
Oh yeah. How did you feel about that?
I quite enjoyed it. There was a lot going on, but I feel like they were trying to just give the fans what they wanted. And I had quite a nice time.
Until the last 15 minutes of that movie, I was thinking, they've cracked it. This is a great alien movie. And in the last 15 minutes, I'm like, oh no, you've lost me.
Oh no, it's a baby, but an alien. And there was a lot going on. But I feel like they captured that sense of tension of like the chase quite well. That felt quite effective in terms of the sort of evoking the original feel of the first two.
Yeah. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on Alien Covenant if you ever get to see it, because they lean more into the alien lore. And it's got a fantastic ending, which will never be answered now. But it's got Fassbender returns as the David the android, and then he also plays another android called Walter. So you've got double Fassbender, and he plays a flute in that film somewhere, or a recorder.
Why are they on? Why are you bringing instruments in? It's just so weird. I love it though. I think I might have seen this. Yeah, I'll give it a rewatch. Yeah.
It's not great.
I'm a big Fassbender fan.
He's very good in it. He's the best thing in it, definitely by a long way.
Right.
There are, I think, where it falls down is the aliens are just a bit rubbish. I think that's the problem, really.
Again, what the people are stupid.
Do you mean in terms of kind of the effects or the
they're just not very scary? Yeah, and the puppetry. There's a bit where a baby alien bursts out of someone's chest, and it's very Spaceballs. You're just waiting for it to do a little jig and sing a song.
Yeah. They're making a new Spaceballs, aren't they?
They are, yeah. Yeah,
excited about that. I hope they do another piss take of Alien in it. That would be great. Or Aliens.
That would be great. Yeah.
Prometheus at that point. Who knows? Who knows?
Who knows?
Well, let's get on to the next question, which is one of the big ones, because then this is the one I think we want to talk about is, what is your worst ever sequel?
Well, it probably is no surprise that it is another Terminator, and I've gone for T4 Salvation.
Salvation.
And I did go to the cinema to see this. Again, never getting that money back. And I did rewatch it for research purposes. I think I've seen it about 4 or 5 times now. I don't know why.
I'm the same. I'm convinced one day I'm going to watch it. It's going to be good.
My eyeballs. Yeah. So I paid the £3.49 to rent it again off YouTube.
Oh, bless.
Last week. I was going to say it's a pleasure. It wasn't. It was something. But continue to be astounded by how the writing is just so bad. So the casting I thought was, shocking. And the story is just so nothingy. Like, it's just, what a mess. I mean, I don't know where to even start, really. I did make notes.
Brilliant. I love that.
I've got thoughts. But yeah, what did you both rewatch it for?
I watched it for the very first time for this podcast.
Did you now?
All I knew about it was that it was the movie where Christian Bale famously lost his shit. That's basically all I knew.
Yeah.
I was just really bored.
Yeah.
I think that was my overriding feeling.
Yeah.
It's really dull. It was really hard to concentrate on because it's just very boring and nothing really happens. And I really wanted it to be good. Like I was like, of
course.
There's some nuggets in there that you think, oh, this could be interesting. Sam Worthington's character is, God knows what he's even doing in this film. Like, that's ridiculous. But yeah, it's just all disappointing, I think, really.
Yeah. I mean, because the third film I found like inoffensive. Like, I thought it was okay.
That's a lovely way
I
of
thought
putting
it was pretty good story, some good performances. I mean, Claire Danes doing a lot of heavy lifting. But I didn't mind it at all. Like, I wasn't coming out of that feeling the way that I came out of this feeling. And then on a rewatch, like, just noticed so many mad details. Like, there's a part at the beginning where John Connor comes out of some sort of explodey moment, comes up onto the wasteland, and like Terry Crews is just dead on the floor.
I thought that was Terry Crews.
Yeah.
Oh goodness, is that Terry Crews dead on the floor in Terminator 4? And he is, and apparently he turned up at the premiere, and that was the moment that he found out his character had been cut.
Oh.
How gutty would you be? I mean, he probably saved himself a bit of face, but yeah, absolutely mental. And then just the whole, there's this story with Sam Worthington's character with Helena Bonham Carter.
Yeah.
At the beginning, where she's like, "Mate, you've downgraded yourself for a paycheck here. Come on."
Yeah,
like
that's what death tastes like.
Yeah, this is what death tastes. Shut your face. So, like, there's a whole storyline with Death Row and her having cancer that is just gibberish. That they attempt to loop back to at the end, but for no payoff. Like, there's no benefit to it at all. There's no reason for you're not invested in their relationship, because who cares? Like, he's on death row and they've both got this death sentence thing going on. But I don't know who she is. I don't know why I care about her. I don't know who he is. Don't know why I care about him.
You don't.
Like, you don't.
No.
So, yeah, just awful lines, which I think are possibly an attempt to sound James Cameron-y, but just sound awful. So things like that. They're kissing for no reason. He says, "That's what death tastes like." The other thing that he says is something like, "I'm not worried about myself. I'm worried about the future of the human race." Why? You're dead anyway. Like, what are you on about?
I mean, he's not the best of actors, is he, Sam Worthington? Let's
God
be
love
honest.
him. He's a trier.
This was his year, though. 2009 was his year. This and Avatar.
What else did he do? Oh, he's in Avatar. Of course he was.
The highest grossing movie ever. He doesn't have to worry about working. He's in those for a while.
Well, I'm not sure he works very much in those either, because he doesn't act.
Yeah, it's inverted commas, isn't it? Deary me.
Yeah. There's a few things. When it got announced and they said we're finally having a Terminator film set in the future, I was excited to see that. Because what we've seen so far in Terminator 2 looks horrific and the design of it looks awesome. And then we get to this film and it's just like desert, basically. So it's not as quite what they lived up to. And also, my problem with this film is that the director, they went with McG, the director of like Charlie's Angels, Full Throttle. He's not the best director, but I was looking at him today. He used to do a lot of music videos, and the ones that might not. He did Pretty Fly for a White Guy, The Offspring. He did Bare Naked Ladies 1 week. Smash Mouth All Star.
Yeah. So they looked at those. The Terminator copyright owners went, "This is our guy.
This is our guy." And then they gave him $200 million to make this movie.
Wild. That is wild.
wild.
It never quite takes off, does it? And it really tries with the action and stuff.
Yeah, it's it, because they've got a couple of
It's Moto
storylines.
Terminators.
Yeah. And this, do you know what? There were a couple of the bits of kind of big metal action that I didn't mind. So, like, there was the big mega, whatever it was, transformer prison thing that was like grabbing people out of, like, smashing through roofs to grab people. I thought that was quite fun. And there was a bit where those, motorbike Terminators, like, just drop out of its shins. I thought that was great. But yeah, like, other than the big kind of big picture, fun technology stuff, there's nothing else going on. And they're pushing really hard for storyline, two kind of parallel storylines going on with John Connor and his fight, and then Sam Worthington's character and his quest to do what, ? Don't know, never find out. Because he arrives there and he says, he immediately finds these two kids and starts shouting at him. Yeah. And they've just saved his life. And he's like, I've got to get out of here. I've got to get a car. And it's like, well, why? Wait, where are you going?
Yeah.
What have you got to get to? We're never told. I don't think.
He's got to get north. That's what he keeps saying.
Yeah, got to get north. Who cares? And then there's the bit where they jump in this car and the kid drives it amazingly. He performs this incredible feat where he did like ducks and dives and drives like a Formula One driver. Incredible. They spin up and then he says, I've never driven before.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. And then somebody just like, if we're going to live, I'm driving. Firstly, what a Will Smith sounding rubbish like one-liner that is. It doesn't make any sense because this kid has just performed these maneuvers beautifully and saved your life. So yeah, there's just so many bizarre moments like that. Where it's like, how many meetings did this get through?
Yeah,
for that to make it into my eyeballs.
Anton Yelchin, definitely the best thing in this movie, like by a long way. Like,
who's that? Sorry,
Anton Yelchin, like Kyle Reese.
Yes. Yeah,
he's the best
really
thing.
Good.
And
yeah.
that's it's a low bar, but
the bar is in hell. But yeah, and his little kid sidekick, God love her because she, given
she gets dragged around.
She gets dragged around, and in certain moments where it's like they just used a mannequin where she's like just under somebody's arm and she's completely horizontal. She's made no effort at all to make it look like she's real. There are so many surreal moments in it, though. I think my favourite being when John Connor is in a helicopter and he decides he's got to go and have a meeting with whoever it is, the top dogs, and he jumps from the helicopter into the sea, into a submarine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Into wild choppy seas at night. He dives down from the chopper down, and then we just cut to the submarine and he's just like a bit damp. Like his boots are dripping. How far down is this submarine? Like, is this...
Not very far, but the aliens, it's not the aliens, the Terminators, whatever, can't find its Skynet. They can't give away the position.
Yeah.
Like, and I love how everyone's just like, oh, ignore her, or does it's John Connor? Like, everyone knows who John Connor is.
Fine. And what a shame as well, because I think, Christian Bale, I don't think is a bad actor, but in this, he's got nothing to do. He's got nothing to work with. His face is completely blank for the whole film.
He's clearly hating it.
Oh, clearly hating it. But there's just, I just feel like it's such a shame because in Terminator 2, for all that people said about Furlong being irritating, but like, it's a great character. He's Bart Simpson, isn't he? Like, he's annoying. He's a bit of a dick. He's rude, but he loves his mom. He, builds a connection with this robot. He does he makes moral choices. He takes risks for the people he loves. And he's got complexity. And the only way that this gets evoked in Terminator 4 is John Connor puts on You Would Be Mine by Guns N' Roses on a stereo to try and distract the Terminator. That's all we get of the old character, which I think is just like, I know the apocalypse would probably get you down, but is it going to destroy your whole personality? Isn't he in there somewhere?
Yeah.
So I got kind of grieved for him. Like, I was like, oh, this character is so great and we've lost him. And he's the kind of centre of all of this universe. It's all revolving around his safety, his survival, his leadership. and they've just made him into this nothingy guy, and he's got a nothingy relationship with his pregnant girlfriend, who's perfectly made up as well, got gorgeous hair.
Oh, Bryce Dallas Howard, yeah.
Everyone's got really white teeth, like, obviously, in the apocalypse.
Where are the dentists in the apocalypse?
All the dentists have survived, all the toothpaste has survived, so it's fine. But yeah, absolutely, like, just the corniness of some of the lines just really got me down.
I always, with Christian Bale, I always look at this film and think, oh, this must be before he got big or popular, but he's fucking Batman at this point. He's just Dark Knight's just come out in 2008. The Prestige has been out for a couple of years. He's a big deal. How did they get him to do this? Like, I can't work out. And it's so funny. Like, he just looks furious for all of this film.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does. And he's just trotting out essentially kind of Bruce Wayne-esque delivery of all the lines of like, I've got to do what I've got to do. So yeah, all right.
Yeah. He's clearly just not having a good time, is he? And then behind the scenes, obviously quite a troubled shoot as well. By all accounts, the person, it's like a first AD, isn't it? That he has a go at in that the famous bit. And I did hear the other day of someone saying, "I've worked with that guy, and he is a dick."
What, the AD?
The AD, yeah.
I think, because people gave him a lot of slack for, you shouldn't shout at people at work. But from what I gathered, this guy would not shut up while they were filming and would not stop being distracted. Yeah. So I kind of think, maybe we should give him a little break for that. But it must have just been a really stressful environment if they all knew that they were in an absolute flop. I wouldn't want to be that. Yeah.
You said earlier that you watched it 4 times now. Why do you keep? Well, I know one of the times was for us, and we thank you for that. But why the other 3 times?
I don't know. Is it?
Are you a completist when you start the Terminator 1, you watch Terminator 2, Terminator 3 comes on, fine, it's okay?
No, I watched them all out of order. I've only watched Genesis once because once was enough.
This is my next question.
Couldn't tell you a single thing about it, frankly.
Oh, okay.
Like, I watched it about 10 years ago. Nothing has been retained in the hard drive for me about that film, apart from Daenerys Targaryen and something to do with time loops. And that, But I mean, what were you going to ask me something about it? Because I couldn't.
Well, because it's also bad. So a lot of people either juggle salvation or genocides or Genesis, whatever you call it, as what is the worst one. I just wonder why you went with salvation more than.
I mean, on I could rewatch Genesis and probably go for that as well. But there's so much.
We're not going to ask you to do that. Don't worry.
Please don't do that. Please don't ask me. I did rewatch Dark Fate not that long ago.
Yes, I was about to. Okay.
And again, they're just trying. I think it's such a shame that they started it by essentially deleting Terminator 2. By saying that all of that is cancelled and wiped out because.
Is it Terminator 2 they cancel or Terminator 3 they cancel? Is it 2? I don't know.
2 and 3, because because
I guess so. Yeah.
John Connor is a kid with young Sarah Connor in a bar in wherever it is, Hawaii, and then Arnie turns up, shoots him in the head. So the end.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's like, well, okay, so that was all for nothing, and it just turns out they sent back multi Arnies to 95 to get him, just to be safe, and then gives them the reason to cast Arnie as an old man because the cybernetic flesh obviously ages, and he's now Carl with his drapery business. So he's putting up curtains in wherever it is, bumfuck nowhere, New Mexico, and he's just some guy. And it's like, oh man. And then he's sort of developed a moral sense of kind of conscience about killing John, and then is kind of texting these coordinates to try and save the world again because he feels bad. It's like, I don't know what to do with this. We're all over the place, but at least we get a bit of Linda Hamilton back, who I'll watch all the live long day because I love her, and she does an amazing job.
I think it's better than Salvation, right? It's probably better than Genesis.
Absolutely. But they try and create a new John Connor with a character who is just incredibly nothingy. He's just so blank. So again, giving this actress an opportunity to play an amazing part in an amazing franchise, potentially, and they do nothing with it. Like, there's just nothing to say about her, which is just really sad. So I think it's basically a vehicle to get Linda and Arnie back together in their, the way that they currently look without any de-aging, and just see what happens and just recreate Terminator 2, having just deleted it anyway.
Yeah. Would you, because they're going to try and carry on with Terminators, because it's an IP, it's a franchise or whatever. And they're flogging it to death. They've been flogging it to death since, when was the third one out? It's a little bit.
2006 or something.
Something like that.
2003, Rise of the Machines.
Christ.
Because it's when we started uni.
Yeah, Christ. How would you feel if they went again? Would you any excitement there at all inside of you?
I mean, potentially, but only because of Terminator Zero, which gave me a little bit of hope.
Oh, I haven't watched this. It's on Netflix, right?
It's on Netflix, and it's an anime, and it's an adaptation set in the world, in the cinematic universe, set in Japan. They've created a new story in that cinematic universe that has the appropriate level of kind of nods to the past, whilst also doing an incredible job of creating a new story with a new sense of emotional jeopardy.
Oh, okay.
Which I thought was really good. And I think there's something about, I don't know, I'm noticing this happening where different media formats are doing a better job with the old films than film is. So giving it this breathing space to be a series, putting it in animation, like incredibly beautiful animation as well, it gives them that space and that scope for imagination that maybe 90 minutes or 120 minutes can't. And I noticed it as well with I don't know if either of you have played the new Indiana Jones game.
Not yet, but I'm meaning to.
Unbelievably good. It's like being in one of the old films, but it's a new story, and you get to be him. And the voice actor does an incredible job of sounding exactly like young Harrison Ford. And it's a wonderful story. It's classic. It's finding ancient historical baubles and wrestling them out of the hands of Nazis and then punching them in the face. And you get to explore all these gorgeous environments. So I feel like, there's so much scope for these films to do well in other formats and to have them, these writers are doing justice to them by having that breathing space. So I don't know. I feel like they, I think James Cameron's involved.
He's got the rights back to it now. Yeah, he's trying to write a new one, and he said the other day he can't come up with anything because the world's scary enough with AI and how everything's going on that way.
Then.
Yeah.
Just have a sit down in a biscuit, Cameron.
Just go back and make another film, James, but not an Avatar and not a Terminator film. Yeah. I can't get excited about it.
If he's going to do anything else, let's have a James Cameron multiverse of madness where we've got aliens on the Titanic with the Terminators, and let's just go nuts.
If they're going to do another one, they need to talk to you and they need to set it in Dudley. I'd watch that.
Well, this is it. There's no point in trying because I've done it already. I've created a new story in that cinematic universe that people can connect with, and people can see live in front of them. So yeah, I mean, give it your best shot, Cameron. I'm all ears, but my God. Yeah, I don't.
You've
have
already done it.
I've done it, so yeah.
Move on.
Well, I think I think I have hit on something. Obviously, I've written it basically like a film, but it's on stage. But have hit on something where I've taken the original concept and just displaced it into something that is giving it new energy. So whether or not he's going to do that,
that's what the best sequels do, right? Like the best sequels take the original film and change its location, give it a different vibe, a different energy, or it takes those characters and develops them in the best possible way, or and switches genres, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But that's what a great sequel is. And this is why this isn't a great sequel, because it takes those original characters and does nothing with them. Like, makes them boring.
Yeah.
And just kind of, doesn't pay any homage to what's gone before, doesn't really understand why what's gone before is good. They're the criminal things you do with a sequel. Whereas a good sequel would be, take this and put it in Dudley.
Yeah, perfect.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Yeah, and make them shit. Make them Windows 95. Give them problems.
Yeah, I like that.
So, like my sort of spirit guide in the story is Clippy from Microsoft Word. Like, he's telling me what to do and where to go and how to solve them. Yeah. So yeah, people love it.
Sean Bean and Connie Nielsen star in Robin Hood. From Sherwood Forest to the Norman Court, a classic tale reborn for today. The story continues to unfold. New episodes Sundays on MGM+.
Every story you love, every invention that moves you, every idea you wished was yours, all began as nothing. Just a blank page with a blinking cursor, asking a simple question. What do you see? Great ideas start on Mac. Find out more on apple.com/Mac.
Walmart Business is in the business of helping your business, regardless of whether you're building bridges, building spreadsheets, or building lesson plans. Ooh, that looks fun. Walmart Business can help save you time, money, and hassle so you can focus on what you're building instead of what your supply closet is missing. In short, we take care of business so you can do more with yours. We're the Walmart you love, now for your business. Learn more at business.walmart.com.
Let's move on to our next little question, which is, what sequel seemed like a bad idea, but you ended up liking? So maybe one you were dragged to or you didn't really want to see, but you came out and like, you know what, that weren't half bad. Doesn't have to be brilliant, but you were more on the positive side.
I don't know.
It is the hardest question.
It is the hardest question, yeah. So a lot of people say things like Fast and Furious 5 or Puss in Boots, The Last Wish comes up a few times as well. We're not allowed to talk about that anymore, sorry, Dave.
Also like a Top Gun 2 kind of thing, or a Blade Runner 2049, or a Bonds or Marvels, or any kind of franchise film, really. Horror films, if you're into those, they're a roller coaster of a ride.
I'm really struggling here because I feel like so many have been so disappointing.
It is the toughest of the questions, I think.
Yeah. So did you say about? I mean, I didn't mind the Iron Men. All of the Iron Man films, I quite enjoyed. And you feel like, the classic sort of, what are they flogging here? Is it going to be pointless? But I remember really enjoying Iron Man 2. Much more than I thought I would. And even though it feels a bit done to death now, all of the Marvel stuff, and I think that's becoming prevalent, becoming obvious at the box office as well, that people aren't really buying into it anymore. But at the time, it felt like, this is really exciting. This is a really fun film. Don't quiz me on it because I couldn't tell you.
Oh, well, that was going to be the next question.
It's Mickey
I do
Rourke,
remember
isn't
having fun. It's Mickey Rourke. No. Yeah, it's Mickey Rourke.
Yeah,
I remember
it is.
him absolutely having a lovely time watching him do his thing. And just really good performances. Love Jon Favreau and Don Cheadle. I've always found Pepper Potts a little bit irritating, but I think she does the job she needs to do in this film.
Is that because Gwyneth Paltrow's a little bit irritating, maybe? Like I think that's probably it.
But I remember enjoying it and thinking actually they'd done a decent job and created like a nice sort of effective nemesis in Mickey Rourke. And I thought it was better than I thought it would be, because I thought they'd just trot out the same old thing and it'd just be really, really boring. But I've enjoyed all of the Iron Man films.
The Iron Man 2 is one that people don't look on very favourably to.
Fair enough.
at the moment, but I like that you like it. So that's good. How do you feel like the Marvel universe? Are you a fan of comic book films at all? Or are you just like, fuck it?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I've watched most of them. I'm not kind of into the deep levels of nerdery that I think a lot of the fans are, but I have enjoyed them. I think they, as I say, they kind of have got a job to do, and I think they do it well. And but I don't feel a huge kind of emotional connection with a lot of the characters. And I enjoy the spectacle of them more than the narrative. I would say the kind of the battle sequences, the kind of the jeopardy, the thrill of it all, I think is, it's a bit like having pick and mix for your dinner. Like, I think it's quite fun, but you're not getting any nutrition out of it. No. So yeah, that's how I feel about them in a nutshell.
Yeah, I think that's a really good analogy. I'm going to keep that. I'm going to use that.
Are you one of those people that looks forward to a sequel though, or are you like, I'm a one and done kind of, because like we keep saying, sequels are notoriously hard to do, and the good ones are a lot rarer than the bad ones. So that's why lots of people always mention like the Aliens, the Terminator 2s, the Dark Knights, those kind of, the Godfathers Part 2, those kind of films.
Yeah.
So if your favourite film gets announced it's having a sequel, are you excited about it, or are you like, fuck?
Probably a bit of both, because I'm always a little bit hopeful that they'll do
it's
do
the
what
hope
I
that
want
kills
them
us.
to do.
Yeah,
absolutely. So yeah, I don't know. I think I'm skeptical and hopeful at the same time. But I think that it's funny you bring up the kind of the Batman, the Christopher Nolan Batman, because I think that was the last time I got really excited about new films coming out was Dark Knight.
Yeah.
So I've rewatched those a lot and always really enjoy them. I found Dark Knight Rises a little bit disappointing, but yeah, I think that was the last time where it felt like this is a big deal. Like this promo stuff coming out. There's a build up. There's a sense of it's happening. It's real. And then going to the cinema to watch it. I can't remember feeling like that in recent years about anything, frankly.
For me, it's Top Gun 2. That was the one I was excited.
Yeah.
I had a lot riding on that. Not my complete happiness, but part of me would be there. And I went and saw that with my mum and dad because he made us watch Top Gun a lot when we were little. And at the end, I think we just looked at each other and we were so happy it wasn't crap. We cried and had a moment, me and my dad. It was quite special. But you're right. That feeling of being excited about a sequel is starting to die a lot.
Yeah.
I did have it for the Endgame Infinity War. That was a big moment, maybe. Yeah. I got very lucky. I went to fan screenings of them, and they were some of the best screenings I've ever been to. It was wild. It was so much fun. But thinking since we've done this podcast, what has been the most excited we've ever been? I can't really think of one, Rich, off the top of our heads.
I think you've ruined me with this podcast, Dave, because
I apologise.
I was a pretty cynical old man before, and I'm really cynical about sequels now.
No.
Every time I'm going into one, I'm like, oh, this is going to be rubbish.
Yeah, and Rich is a big 28 Days Later fan.
Yes, so 28 years later, that was I was very excited about that.
So I had to hold his hand basically for the start of that film.
Because I was mainly worried it was going to be rubbish. I think was the problem, and it wasn't. It was great, apart from the last few minutes, which are weird.
Yeah, I need to watch it. I only watched the first two quite recently, so
okay.
I'm quite new to that world. So I thought it was great.
But now there's really another one coming in January, so they might over flood it and overdo it. So Rich is getting to be nervous all over again.
And then we get two.
Yeah. I am quite looking forward to the new Wicked. I enjoyed the last film a lot. So I'm trying to branch out from just sci-fi and action and guns. I do like other types of films as well, and I do think they're very good at their promo as well. They're very good at building up a sense of event and excitement.
Yeah.
For me, there's a balance because sometimes there's overdoing it, and for me, Wicked, the new one, is I've seen that trailer. It feels like for the last 7 months. And I'm like, just fucking release that movie now, please. Get it over and done with. And it's going to be 3 hours long, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I liked the first one. I thought it looked and sounded great. I had a better time in it than I thought I was going to have. But
yeah, it's a nice time. There's nice colours and stuff going on, like it's good. And so yeah, I mean, I get more excited for new films coming out that aren't sequels, to be honest. So I'm quite excited for the new Frankenstein.
Oh, looks great.
Coming out next month, which looks really good. And yeah, because I big fan of Pan's Labyrinth. Yes, Pan's Labyrinth was an amazing film that I've felt really connected to. So so I think that looks really cool. And the new Begonia, I think, looks really good as well. It's the new Yorgos. God, what's his name?
Yeah,
Yorgos Lanthimos.
I saw a weird thing where people got to see an early showing of it if they shaved their heads, so that everybody in the cinema was bald.
Wow.
The problem being is that they ran out of time to shave everyone's heads before the showing, and so if you look to the back, everyone's wearing a bald cap. It's in the videos they've done. It's quite funny.
What are we doing as a people, as a race? What is happening to us?
But yeah, that does look good. It's nice to see original stuff coming to the cinema. You know,
he is very original, that director as well.
And it's taking a risk as well, like taking a risk with, thought Poor Things was great, really strange. I loved The Favourite.
I love that.
Yeah, so
I cut a lot of slack to something that try something, things that make me really angry are like Tron Ares, where they just try to play it very safe and it's rubbish. Whereas if you just try and do something a bit different, then I think you get a lot of slack for that.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel. I don't know whether I'm going to bother seeing Tron Ares until it comes on telly. I think I might give it a go then, but I don't want to.
You're not going to enjoy it, but if you want to watch the best version of that movie, watch it on the big screen.
Yeah.
Because there's no point watching it on the little screen, if that makes sense.
I don't want to look at Jared Leto's face 12
no one wants to look at Jared
Leto's
face. Right, let's go on to the last question, which is, what is your dream sequel?
Before you say what it is, this is the best answer we've ever had. This is my favourite answer.
So my dream sequel is Muppets Terminator.
I love it.
And I just thought about it in a huge amount of detail. I've got it's more a vibe than I haven't written a script or a bracy or anything of what it would be. I kind of picture it as an amalgamation maybe of the first two films, and I've kind of got a rough idea of who would play who. But what were you imagining when I said this?
I thought you might have there are a few little things on YouTube of the Terminator, basically recreating Terminator, but with Kermit as the Terminator.
Great.
And I thought that's where you were going.
Yes, I think, great. It's obviously an idea that's got legs if somebody else has already thought of it. That's fantastic.
Everyone's a Muppet apart from Michael Caine. That's what we're saying, right?
Yeah. I was picturing maybe everyone's a Muppet except for the exhausted chief of police. Who's in the first film, and he's just the one who's give me a cigarette, and he's already smoking one, and So I was picturing him and Fozzie Bear as the police department.
Amazing.
And I thought Miss Piggy would be an excellent T-800 because she's terrifying.
We discussed this, me and my wife, and we, I think she might be a good Sarah Connor.
She could be, but Sarah Connor's quest for kind of truth and selflessness. I don't know, Miss Piggy's so self-absorbed. She's so shove, give me what I want. But I don't know. I thought Kermit could be a Kyle Reese kind of type, because he's the sort of central character who's trying to convince everybody to do the right thing. And I was kind of picturing, either Robin as John Connor, the little mini Kermit, his little nephew. But there's also, Gonzo has got this chicken called Camilla. She's this gorgeous chicken with eyelashes. And I was thinking, what if she was John Connor? What if she was the saviour of humanity? In the Muppetverse, and she was this precious cargo that they all had to protect. And she's just in the back of a car going, wah!
Yeah.
Great.
Would you keep Schwarzenegger as the Terminator, or would you animal or something? I mean, there's got to be a few human characters, I guess, at some point.
Yeah, I guess, but I would keep Robert Patrick. I think I would keep Robert Patrick as the T-1000. I think that would be really fun. Because there's a great bit in Wayne's World where he stops him in the car, and it's like him sort of being in a different universe is really freaky. So I think that would be quite fun. And I also had kind of visions of like Honeydew and Beaker being Cyberdyne systems.
Yes.
And that they'd created, because there's a bit in the original Muppets movie where he creates this pill that can make everything expand, and there's a bit where Animal is like bursting up through the roof of this building as is this giant version. So I thought there'd be fun stuff to do with that. And there's also like a hilarious thing that Beaker does after every time Honeydew says something, Beaker repeats it really badly. So Honeydew would say something like, "Oh, we're responsible for the deaths of 3 billion people." And Honeydew would be like, like behind him. It'd be so cute. And there could be really fun stuff with like having the arm, like the Terminator arm in the glass case, but it'd be like a half puppet, like covered in fuzzy felt, partial robot thing. I was picturing Statler and Waldorf just in a helicopter over all the action, like commenting on firing out these one-liners as they watch all the world explode beneath them. Yeah, just some rough ideas. Who do you think would be the best Terminator then? Do you think it should be Arnie as he was in the 90s?
Or again, Miss Piggy is always a
I think Arnie. I think you should have Arnie in it.
Yeah, absolutely. Have you got any ideas of like what the story should be? Because I was thinking it'd be like a mashup of both films, but actually it'd be like a parody of both.
It would have to be a parody, wouldn't it? You'd have to take the mickey out of it, and there'd have to be like fourth wall breaking and stuff where they're like, they know it's a parody and they're like looking to the audience with a little nod. But yeah, I think, where do you fit Kermit? That's the thing. Like, is he your Kyle? Like, I don't know. It just feels.
He's your straight man, isn't he? He's got to be,
true.
and he's got the only straight man that I can think of is the guy
Kyle.
who tells the truth. Is Kyle? But I think I don't know.
Would you could recreate Terminator Salvation with the Muppets as well?
That'll be better.
It'd be so much more fun. I would absolutely love to see Kermit jump from a helicopter to a submarine. I think that'd be great. Absolutely. I think God, that film just needs some life in it. It just needs being an apocalyptic wasteland and the Electric Mayhem are just playing some funky jazz in the middle of it. God, it needs something. That's a kind of rough concept for it.
I love it. I think it's brilliant.
I think it will work, and I think you could probably do that now, probably. Or are the Muppets not very hot at the moment? I'm not ever quite sure if they're popular.
Muppets are always popular, Dave.
Well, I hope so. I hope so, but they had a TV series on Disney and it haven't got a second season of it, and I like the Muppets.
Oh, really? Yeah. I think they're still so loved, aren't they? I think it's just they need an opportunity to come up with some good. But I'm sure there's loads of ideas knocking about of Muppets versions of something else.
We've had Muppets a lot, the dream sequels, but we do some Christmas episodes. And what would your dream Christmas film? And everyone just comes up with just Muppets doing something else at Christmas kind of thing. Like, let's see a Muppets nativity scene or something mad like that.
It's perfect. They are the perfect vehicle for whatever you want. They're just the comedy is so fun, so gentle, so accessible to everybody. I think they're I was going to say underrated, but they're not.
I think it's sad that they stopped that idea with Christmas Carol. That is massive and everyone watches every year. And then they did Treasure Island, and I don't know if that didn't do as well as they hoped.
It didn't. Yeah, Treasure Island didn't do.
But they haven't done another film like that since. And I think it's about time. Maybe not the Terminator, obviously, but it's about time they had another crack at doing something somewhere like that, and not like a Muppets running around being Muppets, but putting them into a property or a classic book or even a musical, and let them let them do Cats. It would be so much better than the actual film Cats.
Well, this is it. The combo is it just elevates whatever they parody. So this would, I think a Muppets Terminator would be much better than probably James Cameron's Terminator 7 or whatever it is. Like, it would be so much more enjoyable.
I mean, if he's struggling with storylines, then we've definitely got one here. And if we just got in contact with him and be like, would you let James Cameron direct the Muppets Terminator movie, or would he take it too seriously?
But I don't know whether the comedy would be found then in the seriousness if they took it incredibly seriously and like everyone was trying to like go on this quest to save the world. There's so much comic value in that potentially as well. But yeah, I don't know who it's that balance of a human character taking it really seriously alongside the Muppets that is the funny.
I just have had an image of Kermit as the Terminator on the bike, so you get to see his little legs. Because that's always funny when you see his legs.
That's always fun, yeah.
But him just turning back with the gun, the chicken maybe, like you were saying, holding and with glasses on, I'll be back.
Yeah, the red eye.
Yeah, the red eye.
Who else have we got? We've got Fozzie, we've got Miss Piggy, we've got Kermit, Gonzo, Animal. Are they the main players, we would say?
Yeah, I'd say, it's Statler and Waldorf.
Oh, yeah. They might be good.
Dog.
Ralph the dog. The old guys might be good as the Terminator 2 psych guy who doesn't believe have two of them. So who's just putting her down kind of thing. That might be quite funny.
Yeah.
And who would you have as the step parents? I mean, I don't know if you could have the violence.
Bring back Jason Segel and Amy Adams from the 2011 Muppet movie and they could be the step parents.
Maybe, but they're really nice.
Yeah, but that's why it's funny.
Yeah. I really like that Muppets movie, that one.
Yeah, the 2011 one. It's really good.
Yeah, and I don't like the Muppets Most Wanted one. I was sad that they didn't carry on that storyline with Jason. Or maybe he just didn't want to come back and do those songs, because I'm a Man or I'm a Muppet is a brilliant song.
Yeah.
I listen to it once in a while and think, you know what, they really nailed that. Wasn't it the guy that Flight of the Conchords wrote those songs as well?
Yeah, it's the director of Flight of the Conchords, which is James Bobin, I think. And
Brett McKenzie helped write some of them.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, would the Terminator Muppet film songs, would it be a musical?
Why not? There's a bit of... I was picturing when they go into the tech noir, that maybe the Electric Mayhem are playing the song. Yes. There's a song that goes, "You got learning."
Also, there's a Guns N' Roses song to the soundtrack for the second one, because I remember the video being a big deal because they got Arnie to be in the Guns N' Roses music video. So maybe they can cover a bit of Guns N' Roses at some point.
Yeah. But maybe the band are trying to going through like a really serious electronic phase. And to emulate the kind of Brad Fiedel orchestral electronic.
Yeah. Oh, I know you said you'll have Robert Patrick as the T-1000, but I've just had an image of a Gonzo putting himself back together with liquid going back up his leg and his nose being like reforming and stuff.
All the fuzzy felt reforming over his
it would look so good. It'd be so funny.
Yeah, why not? Why not? And I think because he's so nice as well, like he's the kind of person we hang on to, like in Christmas Carol, he's the narrator, isn't he? And we kind of, we want him to be the good guy, so it'd be quite nice to give him a chance to be the baddie.
That would be great. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh man, let's make this happen.
Well, it can't be that hard. You just got to get some funding together.
Well, the problem is Disney's Muppets is Disney now, and Terminator is what, Fox?
But that's Disney.
Something can tell you. Not clear.
Is it?
Fox it is. Fox is owned by Disney.
We should definitely look into this. Rich, Google it, because if it is,
okay,
it's the start of something beautiful.
This could actually happen, and they're struggling at the moment. They need some wins, and what more would be a win would be a new Muppet Terminator. Even if it's just a short. If they just did shorts and did like Muppet short films, as in just maybe not the Alien film, but Peter Pan.
Skydance Media.
10 minute YouTubes, like that'll do me. Like no problem.
That would scratch an itch, wouldn't it?
It would. I feel like we need a bit of both, good stuff from both worlds back in our lives.
It's Paramount. So Terminator's Paramount.
Yeah, they've just bought them, haven't they?
Yeah.
Skydance, I think.
Yeah, Skydance's Terminator and Paramount just bought Skydance.
Well, Skydance and Skynet are too close, so they're now...
That's true.
Yeah, it's happening. It's real. Get in the bunkers. Get in your bath. Put a door on it.
I tell you, if a Kermit Terminator came to shoot me, I would have been all right with that. I think at that point, if this is the way I'm going out...
Die happy.
Fine.
Those were Justine Malone's Unequal sequels. I'm sensing a trend.
Oh, there was definitely a theme.
Was there a theme to this episode?
There was definitely a theme to this episode.
I've got a feeling it's a little robot-y.
I loved it. I really enjoyed it, you know.
I enjoyed it too, actually. I quite like it when there's a clear theme running through the episode.
Yeah. And every time we talk about Terminator 2, we always find new things to talk about Terminator 2.
It's weird, isn't it?
And ways to attack it and watch it. And everyone comes with different views and stuff. So, yes, we watched Terminator 2 again. Yes, it's one of the correct answers to this question because it is a fantastic sequel. And obviously it means a lot to Justine.
Yes,
obviously, we'll get to why soon. But her worst sequel is Terminator Salvation. First time watch for Rich. Yeah,
it's pretty rubbish, isn't it?
it's pretty boring for a film that's meant to be set in the exciting future where everything's like, oh my god, dark and horrible, and it was all set in daytime and in the desert.
It does well for being so dull, doesn't it? Like, it's quite an achievement to make something that should be so exciting quite so boring.
Yeah, especially when you got Batman in it and doing a Batman impression.
Yeah, the cast's really good.
Stacked.
Yeah.
Stacked.
But does not deliver.
It's really it's too popcorny, I think is the way I feel about it. It's too clean.
Yeah, you might be right there.
I don't know. It's just saying I don't connect to it at all compared to like 1, 2, or even 3 in that point. Now, I don't know what's worse, Salvation or Genocide, but it's one of those films.
Yeah. Do you know what would connect with me, though? Terminator with Muppets.
A Terminator with Muppets.
I am here for that. I'm a big Muppets guy.
We had a good fun talking about that, and I haven't been I've been thinking about it since we recorded it.
Yeah,
and I just want the Muppets to do short films, like piss takes of other films, and I'll be happy with that. But I don't think we landed on who can go where in the Terminator. It's tough, isn't it? There's so many options of what can do, who can be what.
I would still like a Terminator.
The Terminator would be good. I will still like Gonzo's T-1000 from Terminator 2. Are we putting the two films together? And we never quite settled on that because there's so many scenes we wanted to see. But Muppets Terminator will work. Put it out there. Dear Disney.
Yes. Yeah? Get it out there. Get it made.
Also, thank you to Justine for coming on the podcast and telling us your best, worst and dream sequel. If you don't know about Justine's show, it's called I'll Be Back. And here's a bit of a blurb. Justine Malone has put together a acclaimed one-woman show parodying the Terminator films called I'll Be Back. It's going to be touring the UK started already. She's going to be in Birmingham on November the 20th at the Old Joint Stock. She is then doing a run in London at the Glitch Waterloo between the 14th and 19th of January. And then she will be at the Wolverhampton Arena. It's not an arena. On the March the 7th.
Nice.
Go see it on one of those dates. Hopefully there'll be more and she'll go around the country more. It sounds absolutely brilliant. And me and Rich would love to see it.
Yeah, I'm thinking of trying to get to one of those London shows.
Yeah. Terminator, but from Dudley.
I know. I'm well excited.
It sounds excellent. So go check that out. And thank you, Justine, for coming on the podcast and just spending time with us. We absolutely loved having that chat with you. Great picks.
We did. And if you would like a little bit more of Justine, a bit more chat, then join us on Another Slice. AnotherSlice.com/unequal sequel. There's a sequel session where we chat to Justine a little bit more about her show and about how she makes things happen and how you can play two characters at once. It's pretty impressive stuff.
Bit about writing. It's all great.
Yeah, it's great. So join us over there on AnotherSlice.com/unequal sequel. It's only $2.99 a month, which is an absolute bargain. You get extra bits with all our interview episodes. You also get disenfranchised and you get box set mentality. So you do get us talking about the Spawn movie. Who knew that was a thing? Not me.
Not me.
But yeah, come and join us. Listen to us talk about it. We watched it, so, you could at least give us the opportunity to tell you about it.
True.
Let us know what you thought of Justine's picks. Tell us who your picks for the Muppet Terminators would be. Who will you have in what roles? Which Muppets? Get us on social media. We're at Unequal Sequel and all those things. Or you can email us. We're unequalsequel@hotmail.com. Or, of course, you can leave comments on Spotify or on YouTube. And we will, of course, read those out at the end of month roundup, which will be coming very soon. Not very soon. What am I talking about? It's only like early November.
This is the first episode in November.
Yeah, it'll feel like it's soon. This is the thing. Yeah. The monthly roundup always creeps up on us. We're like,
That's
whoa,
true.
Where's that come from all of a sudden? It's Christmas now. Blimey. Talking of Christmas, do make sure that you hit the like and the subscribe button for this episode so we drop into your pod player of choice every single week, because there will be an exciting Christmas special coming. So yeah, make sure that you do join us for that one. Yeah, I think that's probably it for us, right?
Yeah, I think it is.
Give us a review. 5 stars, please. The competition's ended, so you can't win yourself a cup for doing this review, but we will be sending that out soon as Dave's got the address from the winner.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, happy days.
Good job, well done, sir. Smooth. Smooth criminal. Yes, thank you everyone for being nice to us and saying nice things. And so many people listened to our 100th interview episode. I was slightly worried about that. No one would be interested in just mine and Rich's responses.
I have listened to a point where I say something controversial and then kick myself and was like, why didn't you cut that out, Dave?
Because it's brilliant. Yes, it's gone very well, that episode. Thank you very much for everyone listening. It is a goodbye from me. Bye-bye. And a goodbye from him.
Bye!
See you on the next one. Stick to this one. Have a great week. Bye-bye.
That was a good record, dude.
Yeah. Do you think Arnold Schwarzenegger would love to go and see Justine's show?
Yes! Oh, everyone listening, get on the social medias and at Arnie and tell him about Justine's show. How good would that be?
I'd love that to happen for her. It'd be amazing. I'll be back. And they could do it to each other. It'd be great.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I don't know if you've heard, but Mint's premium wireless is $15 a month. But I'd like to offer one other perk. We have no stores. That means no small talk. Crazy weather we're having. No, it's not. It's just weather. It is an introvert's dream. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, $15 per month equivalent required. New customer offer first 3 months only. Then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.